Real quickly before we begin, I want to thank this video's sponsor, CarMarshal.com. CarMarshal.com can save you lots of money on buying used or new vehicles, cars, trucks, school buses. If you want to save money, I'll have a link in the description down below. I know I'm going to...
More corruption from the Punta Gorda police. Ex-police chief Tom Lewis filed another complaint with Pamela Davis. That Norm Nahra knew that Lee Coel was reckless with the gun that executed Mary Knowlton. And said nothing. They have video to prove it. Former chief files second complaint discussing 2016 Knowlton shooting. By Ann Easker. Staff writer. Punta Gorda. Former Punta Gorda police chief Tom Lewis has filed a second personnel complaint related to the August 9, 2016, death of Mary Knowlton during a community demonstration at the police department. During a role-playing exercise before members of the Chamber of Commerce, Knowlton, a 73-year-old retired librarian, was shot by former officer Lee Coel with live wad cutter rounds. He and the other officers believed the gun was loaded with blanks. Both Lewis and Coel were fired from the department due to their involvement in the incident. Lewis was initially charged with culpable negligence but was acquitted in a jury trial last summer. Coel is scheduled to face a jury trial in October for a charge of negligent manslaughter with a firearm. In an email to Chief Pam Davis, Lewis states he remains dismayed at how some aspects remain uninvestigated. One of those aspects is that of interim captain Norm Nahra. Lewis states Nahra, then a lieutenant on the force, failed to address Coel's reckless handling of the same firearm that killed Knowlton. He attached video clips from the surveillance footage, in which Coel can be seen holding the gun in his right hand as Nahra drives up in a patrol car. Coel appears to wave the gun around as he speaks to Nahra through the open window. Had Norm Nahra addressed Lee Coel's reckless actions, Mary Knowlton would still be alive, Lewis states. He goes on to discuss Nahra's personal relationship with Internal Affairs investigator Lieutenant Terry Cochran, suggesting it resulted in a lack of investigation into Nahra's oversight. It is clear that Lieutenant Terry Cochran covered for his friend Norman Nahra as this was never addressed in the Internal Affairs investigation, Lewis writes. I am asking that you investigate this atrocity. The citizens of Punta Gorda deserve to know what occurred that day. Lewis states this is the second of 12 significant issues he intends to address as he works to hold members of the police department, the city manager and Punta Gorda City Council accountable. PGPD Public Information Officer LT. Dylan Wren said Davis has asked Lewis to send all his complaints together so she can determine whether there's any new information that needs to be investigated. That incident has been pretty thoroughly investigated, Wren said. We don't know if there's anything new unless he provides us with the complaints. Email, aeasker@sun-herald.com.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use. And also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, you know, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon, Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.